Right, hello, this is my final debrief. Before I get into like the gig side of things, I wanted to talk a bit more about the project as a whole and do like a little debrief for that. So I just want to talk about, like, generally speaking, what I could have done better. I think that what I could have done is, for like a first time doing an EP, is I could have written songs about things that really interest me. Because when I have interest, I go all out, you know, my interests are a part of me almost. So I really think I should have played into that a bit more than what I did, because like even things like putting yourself in the position of a character, you don't have to say specifics, but putting yourself in a position of a character, or writing about how something makes you feel, or like a movie. I think that was something I could have done that would have, you know, made the experience more fun for me, because I think overall I did well and I did enjoy myself. And I think even if I didn't do like feelings and emotions that I have and experiences that I have, I feel like I would have had to do it at some point, you know, but it would have been more fun and I would have been more motivated if it was, I mean, look at my room, sharks, dragons, got dragon there, you can't see it but I've got a bookcase full of dragons. My favourite soft dog is in a little dragon outfit, you know, I have a dragon hat. I really think it would have been a better idea if I did that, but I didn't. So I want to be, yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan for the future, is write about what I love. On the other hand, I think I did really well in terms of actually writing the songs and producing them, because I hate technology. A bit of an oldie in that sense. I really dislike learning new technology, so like learning to use Logic, I actually felt like hell on earth, and I thought I knew quite a bit, because in my last year of secondary school I had to recreate a song, but like the start of this year I had to recreate a song, and what one did I do? I can't remember, but I thought I knew like at least the basics, and I thought I would be okay with this year, like with like some basics I had, but the basics I had weren't like really firm, they weren't like set in, because I didn't understand it a lot, and I was a lot more anxious in my last year of secondary school than I am this year, even though I'm still really anxious. So I didn't feel like I could ask for help, even though my teacher loved me for some reason. And I was like one of his favourite students. Even though that, I still felt like I couldn't ask, which I think if I did, it would have been more helpful for this year. But I am actually quite, I don't want to say impressed, but I'm quite proud of the how much I've learned through like using it on my own and just experimenting and trying. I'm not saying it's perfect, I'm not even saying it's remotely good compared to like everyone else. Like Lily and Ibbo's production on their songs, incredible. Mine's, but it's better than it was at the start of the year, is what I'm trying to say. Especially songwriting. I tried songwriting at the end of year 11 and it didn't go well, because once again, extremely anxious, pushing down every single emotion I've ever had, trying to forget every single negative experience ever instead of writing them down, which would have helped me loads. Anyways, that is like a little bit on the project. The next debrief is going to be more on the gig, but I felt like I should talk about more of the like a bit about the project itself as well as the gig. So that was that. Anyway, thank you, bye. See you in the next bit.